2025 gave us a lot of LEGO minifigures, and while there are some really solid releases, not all of them make the cut. These are the top 10 LEGO minifigures of 2025. Starting at number 10, we've got Mecha Team Leader coming from the Fortnite theme, and it's exclusive to the Mecha Team Leader set number 77078, which currently retails for $250. If you're just looking to pick up the minifigure by itself on the aftermarket, you can easily expect to pay over $100 right now. Looking at the design here, this minifigure looks great. We get a new headpiece with solid printing, the arm printing is clean, and the colors are vibrant. The torso has a lot of detail with the missiles and the broken heart icon. There's leg printing and even printing on the feet. With the Durburger and the tomato head, it's instantly recognizable, and you can tell LEGO went above and beyond with this one. I remember playing the Final Showdown live event back in Prime Fortnite 2019, before Epic became a bunch of sellouts with non-stop collabs and charging $20 for shoes. At the time, Fortnite was really pushing the boundaries and doing things that were completely unheard of. This minifigure really reminds me of those good old days and just adds another reason why I think it's a fantastic minifig. At number 9, we've got the Wolfpack Beastmaster from LEGO CMF Series 27. And let me just start off by saying, man, was this a hard minifig to come by. LEGO Castle fans are some of the most die-hard fans out there, and anytime we get a CMF that even remotely feels like Castle, it instantly becomes hard to find on store shelves. Once you actually have it in hand though, it all makes sense. The printing here is amazing. It keeps that classic Wolfpack look, but updates it in the right ways. The chainmail, the Wolfpack emblem, all of it feels like it's honoring the past without messing it up. As an added bonus, LEGO also threw in a brand new wolf accessory, which is always a welcome addition and adds even more value to the figure. Coming in at number 8, we have Lex Luthor in set number 76302, Superman Mech vs. Lex Luthor. And let me say that pictures do not do this one justice. He is one of the best minifigures from 2025 and came in a $15 set, alongside a brand new Superman. In person, this guy looks amazing. He's wearing his war suit, also known as his Kryptonian armor, and the printing here is absolutely on point. The LexCorp logo on the front really stands out, the greens and the purples look fantastic, and the transparent Praetorian Guard armor piece on the shoulders is incredibly vibrant. When you put everything together, this is genuinely a high quality minifigure with excellent value, especially when you consider how often prices are justified by minifigures alone. Yet, here we see the complete opposite. At number 7, we have the Hobgoblin minifigure, which came in set number 76317, Peter Parker's apartment. Taking a look at the hooded cowl, you might recognize it from the Moon Knight minifigure from Series 2 of the Marvel Minifigs back in 2023. Here, it's been recolored in a very vibrant orange, and it's honestly a perfect fit for the character. The torso printing is very detailed, and we even get printing on the feet, which I'm always happy to see. He also comes with 2 flaming pumpkin bombs that look very impressive. If I ever had a top 10 best accessories for 2025, these would definitely take home first prize. When you take everything into account, from the facial expressions to the accessories and the overall presentation, this minifigure feels incredibly well thought out and easily earns its spot on today's list. Coming in at number 6 is Varl from set number 77037, Aloy and Varl vs. Shellwalker and Sawtooth. Whilst Aloy is one of my all-time favorite minifigures, Varl really steals the spotlight here. Just look at the printing on this minifigure. The level of detail is unreal, even down to the face print. We also get a brand new hairpiece that looks exactly like Varl's actual hair. And to top everything off, he even comes with a cape. This honestly feels like a CMF level minifigure, with the arm and the leg printing, even the feet. The Horizon sets have been fantastic, and the minifigures are packed with detail and high quality printing that easily rivals much larger LEGO themes. At number 5, we've got the Kraken Warrior from the LEGO Minifigure Vending Machine, set number 21358. This minifigure looks fantastic. The dark green and teal give it a rugged, sea-worn look that fits the character perfectly. Details like the whip and the new Kraken emblem help this faction feel completely different from the rest. It gives off Skellige vibes from The Witcher 3, and even reminds me of House Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, whose sigil was also the Kraken. I know the helmet is a bit divisive, but I actually like it here. The hardened leather looks more realistic for this type of warrior and fits the overall aesthetic really well. Unfortunately, they only come in one set right now, priced at $180, and you only get two of them. I'm not sure if they've hit LEGO Pick-a-Brick yet, but the good news is you can already grab them on Bricklink in brand new condition for around $15 each, which makes army building a lot easier. Coming in at number 4 is the Gingerbread Darth Vader from set number 40806, Gingerbread AT-AT. I absolutely love the style of this minifigure. As soon as it was revealed, it felt like such a unique and creative idea, and LEGO really pulled it off here. The icing details on the torso, along with the buttons and the legs, look perfect, especially with the squiggly lines and the little imperfections that really sell the idea of a decorated gingerbread man. The cape really takes the minifigure to the next level. It looks phenomenal, completely ties the whole design together, and is so much fun to look at. The printing overall makes this figure stand out immediately. My only real issue is the helmet. It looks very plain and honestly a bit off, almost unfinished. I really think it could have used some sort of printing for the eyes. Something simple like white or even black would have gone a long way here. On top of that, there's no face print underneath the helmet either, which is just a double whammy. If it had even one of those things, this figure easily could have pushed for the number one spot. All that said, this is still a very unique and creative minifigure that stands out in any collection, from arguably one of the best sets of 2025, and in my opinion, a must have. And at number 3, we've got Miguel O'Hara slash Spider Man 2099 from the Spider Man Across the Spider Verse CMF series. This entire CMF series was executed extremely well, and any one of the minifigures included could have easily made it to the top 10 list on their own. I didn't want to stack the list with all of them though, so I picked my favorite minifig from the series to represent it as a whole. Taking a look at the minifigure, the colors and printing here look insanely cool. The transparent vinyl cape takes this minifig to a completely different level and does an incredible job of capturing the futuristic look. He also comes with a second headpiece where he's not wearing his mask, and the face print looks great here. There's some nice shadowing under the eyebrows, and the hairpiece, which I believe is from Han Solo, was a great choice and looks just like Miguel. On the back side, we get an alternate expression with a much angrier face where he's showing his fangs, and it just looks perfect. The figure also comes with Lila as a small hologram accessory. I do think LEGO probably could have done a better job with her mold, but the translucent orange effect works really well visually. There's really not much here to critique at all. LEGO knocked this one out of the ballpark. If I had to nitpick anything, maybe some side leg printing would have been nice, but that's about it. Overall, this is nearly a perfect minifigure and definitely one worth showing off. And at number 2, we have General Obi-Wan Kenobi from the V-19 Torrance Starfighter, set number 75432. This is one of the best looking Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigures LEGO has ever made. The torso and leg printing look incredible, and we even get printing on the arms and the toes. I do wish there was dual molded legs here because the printing lines up perfectly. This minifigure is a clear upgrade over the previous Obi-Wan Kenobi from back in the Star Wars Clone Wars era around 2008, with the larger eyes and the more animated look. I've always been a fan of the Clone Wars animated TV show, and that era was an incredible time to be a LEGO fan. We were getting some of the best minifigures along with the most iconic vehicles. They didn't need to be packaged in a black box for it to be an awesome build, and you didn't have to take out a second mortgage to buy it either. Overall, I really like this version of General Kenobi, and hopefully LEGO continues to show this level of attention and detail on more Star Wars minifigures going forward. And finally, taking the number 1 spot, we have Mateo from LEGO Dreams. This minifigure appears in 2 sets this year, Mateo's Spray Paint Truck, set number 71499, and Mateo vs. Cyber Brain Mech, set number 71495. This minifigure completely caught me off guard, and it was a great surprise. Neon green is my all-time favorite color, and Mateo is covered from head to toe here. We get translucent green arms and legs, green printing on the face with even one eye turned green, and check out this one-of-a-kind translucent green hooded cape that looks like some sort of slime or gel. I mean, how cool is that? We also get dual molded legs with toe printing and even side leg printing, which is something you almost never see. In my opinion, this minifigure has been seriously slept on, simply because it's not from one of the bigger themes or a CMF line. When you look at this Mateo minifig on its own, it checks every box, which is why it takes the number 1 spot for me. And that's going to do it for this one. Do you agree with these picks, or did I miss something big? What was your number one minifigure from 2025? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more LEGO content like this, please consider liking the video and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.